Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Donald J. Trump has always been known for his business chops.
Trump steaks are by far the best tasting, most flavorful beef you've ever had.
But the Commander-in-Chief is fast becoming salesman-in-chief.
Bro, this is the first look at Trump's shoes right here.
Coins.
RealTrumpCoins.com.
Watches.
GetTrumpWatches.com.
Bibles.
Let's make America pray again.
Even cryptocurrencies.
Hello, Bitcoiners. Big news. Crypto is the future.
Business is booming for the world's most powerful man. Now backed by the United States government, he's making billions.
The president is now all in on crypto.
Stocks that were pretty good, I will say.
All on a scale never seen before.
You can be certain that President Trump will ensure we work to achieve the best deal possible for America.
Touching down on British soil for the first time since being re-elected president. Exactly what Donald Trump will do here is anyone's guess.
In July, President Donald Trump visited the UK. His first priority wasn't to secure a trade deal, solve the crisis in Gaza, or end the war in Ukraine.
Oh, it brought a tear to my eye. It was unbelievable. I've been waiting for a long time for this moment.
Please welcome onto the tee the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
For his first appointment, he braved the icy cold winds of Scotland and toured his own Trump-owned golf courses.
Tremendously successful place, and a place where people can come and enjoy life, and it's very special. So I hope everybody in Scotland and well beyond Scotland enjoys it for many, many years to come.
This extravagant overseas visit, which the White House called a working trip, eventually saw Trump meet a roster of European leaders.
I think it's the biggest deal ever made. Thank you very much.
But for the people paid to closely scrutinise the president's actions, his golfing excursion is the latest example of a president working not just for the 340 million Americans, but also his family's vast business empire.
The President of the United States is the most powerful person in our democracy, and it's very important to have trust in that individual, that he or she in the future are pursuing policies in the public interest.
Professor James Thurber worked for President Obama to limit commercial influences on government. Since then, he has watched Trump make a fortune from his seat in the Oval Office.
There are so many conflicts of interest by this president, it's hard to list all of them.
According to Trump's latest financial disclosures, product endorsements he made on the campaign trail and after the election are still making him big bucks.
Promoting the God Bless the USA Bible.
$1.3 million US from that alone.
I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again.
You know how much you
There's a brand of gold sneakers.
They speak for themselves, for real. You know, I just wanted to see what it felt like to walk like President Trump.
Your favorite president, Donald J. Trump here.
And a line of watches has netted Trump at least $2.8 million.
My new Trump fragrances are here. Fight, fight, fight.
That's Victory 45 to 47, a scent for winners, named after his status as the 45th and 47th president.
He's acted in many ways in his own self-interest, the self-interest of his family businesses, and that really is not in the public interest. He is elected to represent the public and to solve public problems, and that is a serious problem right now in the United States.
But the White House flatly denies any allegation that Trump is hustling for himself instead of the American people.
I think it's frankly ridiculous that anyone in this room would even suggest that President Trump is doing anything for his own benefit. He left a life of luxury and a life of running a very successful real estate empire for public service, not just once, but twice.
I have watch number one, and I'm going to keep it.
This is as bad as I've seen things in terms of corruption at the highest levels. Just the day-to-day behavior and the disregard for the law and the norms of decency that we expect our senior government officials. So, yeah, that's really disheartening.
Don Fox worked for President George W. Bush and then President Barack Obama in charge of the Office of Government Ethics, fighting for accountability in the White House and beyond.
I think there are two things that are different from then. The one is the willingness of the person who is the chief executive to not abuse the power and the authority that they have. I think the other difference now, though, is we've also seen the United States Congress really abdicate its responsibility as a check and a balance on the executive.
Once upon a time, presidents placed their assets in blind trusts far out of reach or sold them off entirely. Nearly 50 years ago, Jimmy Carter conceded control of his family peanut farm before taking up the highest office in America.
President Carter put the peanut farm into a blind trust, which, by the way, lost money during his term in office. No president from President Carter forward has been actively involved in the management of any business or commercial enterprise. And they shouldn't be.
In 2017, Donald Trump shattered that precedent.
I could run the Trump Organization, great company, and I could run the country. I do a very good job, but I don't want to do that.
In his first term, Trump agreed to step back from his commercial empire, but not away from it. He maintained full ownership while handing the keys of the day-to-day operation to his children. The same handover happened this time around with a twist.
Reality is it didn't stop the media from constantly saying, you're profiteering anyway. It was like we stopped entirely. Even the deals that were totally legit, it didn't stop the insanity. So this time around we said, hey, we're going to play by the rules, but we're not going to go so far as to stymie our business forever, lock ourselves in a proverbial padded room, because it almost doesn't matter. They're going to hit you no matter what. So we're just going to play the game.
The game is capitalism, and the Trump family is playing it well. For a vast empire of real estate and merchandise, the presidency is the ultimate marketing tool.
Today we're here to introduce Trump Mobile. Real Americans can get true value from their mobile carriers. It's about time we bring products back to our great country.
Now, the Trump Organization's latest business venture, cryptocurrency, has sent the Trump's net worth soaring.
You know, the Bibles, watches, and so on, whatever you may think of that in terms of whether it's tasteless or not, it's not a huge source of revenue for him. But yeah, crypto is.
Nearly a year ago, Trump started launching and spruiking a series of cryptocurrencies.
Big news, the World Liberty Financial Token Sale is now live. Crypto is the future. Let's embrace this incredible technology and lead the world in digital economy. Go to worldlibertyfinancial.com.
It was a startling somersault from the man who once called cryptocurrency a crime-riddled scam.
Do you ever dabble in Bitcoin or cryptos?
I don't. I like the currency of the United States. I think I think the others are potentially a disaster waiting to happen.
The other currencies are crypto assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. While you can't physically hold crypto coins, most people buy and sell them like any other investment. And for the last few years, there's big money to be made, including for the president.
Donald Trump's newly created cryptocurrency surged over the weekend.
The Trump family is indeed cashing in. Trump's net worth ballooning over the weekend thanks to that new token.
3 cryptocurrencies linked to Trump have rapidly increased his net worth, including one simply called Trump Coin. Trump announced his namesake token just days before his inauguration, and as he swore the oath of office on January 20, Trump Coin soared. The market value of every coin pulled together hit $42 billion before falling to a more stable $9 billion. Trump owns 80% of that supply, meaning on paper, his holdings are worth nearly $7 billion, and he's already cashed out $314 million of that. According to The New Yorker, Trump Coin represents just a fragment of the piles of cash going into Trump's pockets since he took office. The Trump family has quietly amassed over $2 billion in other cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, the crown jewel of its empire. They've also pocketed $339 million in financing from rich Middle Eastern backers, including Saudi Arabia's ruler, and then another $270 million from Trump-branded golf courses, resorts, and hotels. We should probably mention a jet donated by the Qatari government to Trump personally. That's worth $150 million. And millions more from Trump's side hustles, flogging merchandise, jewellery and perfume. What does all this prove? Well, it shows that no president in history has had such a lucrative time in office.
In terms of the president's overall net worth, which has increased substantially since he has been in office, now well into the billions of dollars. Something like 40% of that, according to financial news reports, is really crypto related.
Former White House ethics watchdog Don Fox is concerned that President Trump is personally profiting from the industry he regulates.
And this, David, is?
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
Why have Donald Trump's interest in assets in crypto increased? Is that because it's just such a fabulous long-term investment? Or is that because it's being promoted by the leader of the free world?
The United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
We probably won't know until we get to January of 2029 and to see what the value of that crypto really is.
The president is the developer and advertiser of crypto, but he also is the regulator of crypto. This is a major problem.
He put a long-time crypto advocate in charge of the Securities and Exchange Commission.
The Constitution of the United States.
He's the perfect man to lead this agency at a time when crypto innovators are urgently in need of, and they want so badly, they want it to happen, regulatory certainty and clear rules of the road.
And their first order of business, dropping enforcement action against big crypto marketplaces like Coinbase.
New this morning, Coinbase saying the SEC has agreed to dismiss its enforcement case now against the company. The SEC sued Coinbase for operating as an unregistered securities exchange broker.
Then, just last month, Trump signed a law widely seen as a gigantic leap towards taking cryptocurrency from the fringes of the global financial system and making it part of its very heart.
Yeah, we worked hard. It's a very important act, the Genius Act. They named it after me, and I want to thank you.
President Trump came in very pro-crypto and introduced a strategic reserve for US and crypto. I think that's a very landmark issue.
The milestone could pave the way for the digital assets to become an everyday way to make payments and move money.
As Trump makes more crypto-friendly laws, the industry soars.
Stocks of Bitcoin hitting higher highs.
And so does the president's net worth.
Today on Forbes, crypto now accounts for most of Donald Trump's net worth.
Trump has become a monster player and a policymaker in one of the least transparent industries out there, crypto.
But the greatest worry of all is how crypto, a notoriously hard to trace currency, might buy time and goodwill from the world's most powerful man.
So God knows who's coming into the White House to talk to the president that has invested in his businesses that are trying to influence him domestically and internationally. It's a problem in America right now.
In March, an Abu Dhabi company used a Trump-linked coin, USD1, to make a $2 billion investment, causing the value of that coin to spike exponentially.
You know, we've got the greatest team. We're going to transform the financial world.
To some, the deal with the Middle Eastern states shows Trump is a diplomat at the top of his game, scoring big for his country.
It's been a historic three-nation swing for President Trump here in the Middle East. Hundreds of business leaders, captains of industry, Harris, from around the world have come here to the Middle East to support the president. They didn't have to be here.
But Trump's critics see a lineup of foreign states trying to buy favor with the president.
Of course, there are people in governments who are trying to buy influence and power. What countries out there, particularly in the Middle East, would not seek warm relations with the United States government?
Who's right is anyone's guess, but Trump has demonstrated his fondness for his friends in the Middle East, pleasing them recently by lifting sanctions on Syria.
I will be ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance at greatness. Oh, what I do for the Crown Prince.
In terms of what these countries might hope to get, everything from lavishing praise on the president to giving a 747 that will be eventually available for his personal use, it's really hard to say. But it's not out of the goodness of someone's heart.
He has people that are not registered that come in and try to influence him for foreign interests, from businesses as well as from governments and individuals.
Hello guys, so it's nice to meet you here. I'm finally on a gala dinner with Donald Trump.
In May, 200 of Trump Coin's biggest investors were invited to an event put on by the president.
If you buy his coin,
the price goes up and he makes more money.
The coveted opportunity to press the flesh with the president caused more Trump coin to fly off the shelves and ignited even more outrage. Some of Trump's biggest critics accused him of corruption.
Donald Trump's dinner is an orgy of corruption. Investors reportedly spent an estimated $148 million in the contest, enriching Donald Trump and his family.
Donald Trump is a man who knows he's in charge, and he seems happy to reap the spoils of power.
Are you open to the idea of pulling away from your personal crypto ventures?
I became a fan of crypto, and to me it's an industry. I view it as an industry. I don't care about investing. You know, I have kids and they invest in different things. They do believe in it. But I'm president, and what I did do there is build an industry that's very important. And you know, if we didn't have it, China would.
The White House continues to deny any allegation that President Trump is advancing his own interests in public office.
And the American public re-elected him back to this White House because they trust he acts in the best interest of our country and putting the American public first. This is a president who has actually lost money for being president of the United States.
But the people who are paid to keep tabs on the comings and goings of Washington, D.C. are not so convinced.
This is as bad as I've seen things in terms of corruption at the highest levels. Just the day-to-day behavior and the disregard for the law and the norms of decency that we expect out of our senior government officials. So yeah, that's really disheartening.
We're at a perilous situation in the United States. There's nothing like it in the history of the presidency, and it's very worrying.
To continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.